Whoa. Why is everything in black and white? Hold up. Let the lighting, okay, I fixed the lighting. Oh my god, I have the worst camera on my computer. I need a new one. So, yeah, I'm sorry for the bad quality. I'm kind of broke right now. So, all I have is this crappy computer. So, before I start the review, I have a few things to say. Why I have been gone for a while, and something else. So first thing, which is why I have been gone for a while. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, which is I think was the Spider-Man Homecoming theory. I think that's the I'm pretty sure that's the last video. Um, so I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had summer school. It's over, obviously, because school's starting in a few days, so obviously it has ended for a while. Ended in the beginning of July, and it started in the beginning of June. So yeah, summer. Let's just say 2016 wasn't the greatest year that I expected. Not all the movies were great. I mean, Batman vs Superman, I liked it, but I didn't love it. The first time I saw it, I loved it. But anyways, so yeah, 2016, like that first semester when 2016 started, the second semester for my 8th grade year, it was terrible. It was just bad, and I've had a rough year so far. Hopefully my freshman year is way better. Um, yeah, and then I also had summer school, and I don't know why the teachers don't call it summer school. They're like, it's not summer school, it's summer transition. I think it's a way for them to make us feel better, so it's actually not summer school. So nothing bad, it's totally way much better, but it's the same crap, So yeah, that's why I haven't gone. I've been coming home. We have to wake up I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, and then I leave at 1. That was the summer school schedule, and I get home just super tired. Especially at night, I can't sleep right away. I don't just go into bed and pass out. I literally take forever to fall asleep. So yeah, I didn't get good sleep. Surprisingly, I didn't fall asleep in my class, but I was a bit cranky in my first class, like always, and I was slow. Literally my second period, which was math, I embarrassed myself. I was messing up my adding, and it was really easy. It was 16 plus 3, and I would say something random. That's how tired I was. I was just being retarded. I made myself look retarded. The teacher gave me a hard stare. What's wrong with this kid? You were really that retarded? So yeah, summer school has been really bad. I'm just tired every time I get home. I try to make a video and I can't. I'm just really tired and stuff. So it's been very hard. I know I was always talking about this summer I'm gonna have a bunch of videos coming out. Get super hyped. I'm gonna start my gaming stuff. Haven't started that because just the point of this whole entire thing is that things don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out. No, they don't. So yeah. Also, I was in Puerto Rico and I wanted to vlog, but I couldn't. Every time I visit my cousin, which is the other person in this channel, we never freaking make a video. We make a video, but it never ends up to be uploaded. And so, yeah, it's really crappy, So I don't know when's the next time we'll see each other. I'm gonna try, even though we never end up doing it. I'm gonna try to make a video for you guys, so that way it's kind of cool that the cousins. Excuse me. Finally make a video. Okay, sorry, I'm just lost my train of thought. So let's see how much. 4 minutes into the video, and I haven't even mentioned the Suicide Squad. Very sorry, I just had to put that out there. So yeah, summer school crap. I haven't been able to make videos. You already get it. So yeah, but now I'm finally back, and I'm gonna try to make as many videos as I can. I have a bunch of reviews to make, so that'll come out. Oh my god, Suicide Squad. So, the movie that has caused a lot of controversy, I don't know if that's the word I should use, I don't know if that's the correct word, correct me if I'm wrong, make me look like a retard in the comment section below. People hated it, it's got a really low rating on Rotten Tomatoes, literally people are making a petition, or I don't know what it is, they're just trying to shut down Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm you don't have to do that. I mean, I know they're being harsh on the movie because I enjoyed it. And I don't agree with them, obviously. And what really makes me mad is they're just comparing it to Marvel. like, oh, Marvel does it this way. I feel like DC, like, let DC be its own thing. Like, I know they're trying to copy Marvel because they're trying to create a universe. That's pretty much what they're trying to do. But like that's they kind of have to do. They're comparing it like, oh, you know what? Marvel's still way better at it. Like I saw one that said like Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers have it way better. Something like that. I don't remember what it said, but those are the comments that make me mad. Like, why are you comparing it to Marvel? Like, come on, like just don't. Like, come on. Obviously, like different. DC's more darker. Although I do think they should add more jokes. Like for example, which is why I like this movie because it's really funny. But I mean, it's like it's not supposed to be dark. I mean, it has some dark moments, but it's also very funny. So yeah, set a lot of controversy, and my opinion, even though I just said it, I think I loved the movie. I think it's the best DC EU or whatever it's called, extended universe, best extended universe movie. Yeah, best one, better than Man of Steel, better than Batman vs Superman, and I think a lot of people would agree on that. Even though I didn't hate BVS, still I do think it's better, and I think I will watch the movie again, and I will buy it on Blu-ray. Uh, Not a Jeremy Jahns reference, if you guys get it, but I'm just saying I'm definitely buying that movie on Blu-ray. Like, I'm not just gonna find it bootleg it online. I'm gonna buy it. I think it's worth it. Um, let's talk about the characters. This is a really messy review, just like how people saying the movie's messy. So, I think this movie does a good job. Like, it's kind of hard because they have to set up all these characters, and I think they do a good job. Like, they don't do a perfect job, but I think they do what they did. I think they did pretty good. Like, I give them props. Like, I love the Harley Quinn, like, backstory, how, like, they explain what happened, and, like, I would love to see a movie where it's just the Harley Quinn origin, and, like, her and Joker, how everything's like, because you don't get much of it, but the scenes that you do see are really awesome, and I do love them. And so Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, that is my bae. All right, go ahead and make fun of me in the comment section below. I love her. She was amazing, 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 amazing. I have an awesome, I was about to say tattoo. I have an awesome poster that I got in the theater. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. I'm gonna probably put it in the ceiling, and before I go to sleep, I will stare at it for almost 10 minutes, and it'll make my life happy. That was weird. So yeah, you guys get it. Margot Robbie was amazing as Harley Quinn, and I can't wait to see more of her, and maybe in the Batman movies, maybe in any other thing. Maybe if she gets a solo movie, which I would love to see. Please do it, please. Also, another person that I think should get a solo movie is Deadshot. Will Smith, amazing as Deadshot. I like he has this one scene. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't want to be spoiled about anything, but this isn't really a big spoiler. It's where there's a scene in the trailers where he's on top of a car just mowing people down, and when you see that scene in the movie, you're like, oh my god, this guy does not miss. So I think that scene was amazing. So yeah, Will Smith was awesome. I love how they explain his backstory. Like, they don't explain much, but you get the concept. Like, you get what's happening. Like, you understand what his backstory is. He has a daughter. He's divorced with his wife. And since he's a mercenary or a hitman, my bad. He can't see her because he's killing people, and he wants to see his daughter. So what they do is what I like about this movie is they try to make you care about these characters, and I care for most of them. For example, a person that I don't care about is Slipknot because they don't spend a lot of time in the movie. Maybe you guys know why. I'm not going to say it in the spoiler-free review. No, I'm going to mention it in the spoiler review. But yeah, also another character that I cared about was El Diablo. I just love his character. Not because he's I like how he's, Hispanic. But, like, also, like, I just love how in the movie, like, he's kind of, like, he doesn't do much, and they explain why in the movie. Like, later in the movie, and you're like, oh, I understand why he doesn't want to do it. I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll understand the movie, like, because, like, he starts off, he's like, this isn't my fight, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to start killing these people. And then you're like, why aren't you doing nothing? Like, come on, just do something. And then later in the movie, they explain why He doesn't want to fight. Not going to mention it here, not to spoil it for you guys. Rick Flag, I liked his character, I thought I wasn't going to like him. I actually did like Joel Kinnaman, but he wasn't my favorite character, but for what he did, he was pretty cool. And also his love interest, Enchantress. Did that rhyme? I think it rhymed. Yeah, so him and Enchantress are, dating, and Enchantress is another character that I like, but I don't know. There's just something. I'm not gonna spoil who the main villain of the movie is. If for those of you who don't know, and maybe some of you know who it is, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, so who's another character? Killer Croc. Killer Croc didn't do much in this movie. I wanted more of him because I love Killer Croc, and in the comics he's more of that character that you feel for because he was born with that birth. I guess it's a birth defect, where he was actually a crocodile. Not really a crocodile, but he had the, he looked like this, and so he's not really a bad guy. He's like that guy who, he's not really a bad person, you don't look at him and it's like this guy, you know what, he needs to be stopped, he needs to die. No, it's like in the comics he's like that guy who I guess he knows that what he's doing is wrong, but he doesn't do it on purpose, it's just he had a messed up life, and you feel for him. But in this movie, he's more of that, I don't know, he's just like that guy that's like, ugh. There's this one scene where Harley Quinn's like, we're all beautiful, except for him. He's ugly. He's just ugly on the outside, and because she's like, oh, we're all beautiful in the inside and outside, except for him. He's ugly on the outside too, and he's like, I'm not ugly, I'm beautiful. It was funny. It was a funny joke, but that's not the Killer Croc that I know. Maybe if they put him in more movies, if we see him in the future Batman movie, then maybe they'll set up that kind of, because Jeff Johns and Ben Affleck are writing the movie, so I think they'll add that, character arc of him where he's, you feel for him and he's not really such a bad guy. So yeah, who else? Captain Boomerang. I loved Captain Boomerang. Jai Courtney did awesome. He gets a lot of hate for his movies. I haven't seen all of his movies, so I can't really say, oh, he sucks in all his other movies. I don't know him that well. So, in this movie, he did awesome, for his character that he played. He did awesome. Dang. Katana, she didn't really do much, so I really don't have much to say. She was pretty cool. We get a scene where she actually, because her sword, whoever she kills, it captures their soul, and so somebody killed her husband with that sword, and she sometimes talks to him, that she's crying because, he's on that sword and, she's gone. So that was a little touching scene. I didn't tear up or anything, but, it was just like, oh, that sucks. So, two last people, and this review is, taking forever. Batman. He wasn't in the film much, but when you see him, he's awesome. Ben Affleck is just amazing as Batman. Best part of BVS was Batman, and this movie wasn't the best part, but when he showed up, he was awesome. He showed up. You know what? I shouldn't spoil when he show up, but the scenes that he's in, he's actually pretty good. So nothing to say, but yeah, he wasn't in the movie a lot, but he was in the movie. I don't know. I think he was in there enough because, this movie's about the Suicide Squad, not Batman, And just like in the animated movie or in the comics, Batman just shows up briefly. He doesn't show up the entire time. So I think they did pretty good. But one person that kind of bothered me in the movie is the Joker. Not his performance. Jared Leto did awesome as the Joker. I want to see more. The thing that bothered me is we didn't see much of him. If you have Harley Quinn in the movie, you're going to have the Joker. And I heard there were 10 minutes 10 minutes of the Joker cut out of the movie. I'm like, I think it's because of the reshoots. I'm like, really? We need the Joker. I'm just fixing the lighting, I'm sorry. We need the Joker when you have Harley Quinn. And he wasn't in the movie that much, and it kind of made me kind of upset. But hopefully to do what they did with Batman vs. Superman, where they put the deleted scenes in the movie, so that way, you know, like we see more Joker. But also another problem with this movie is that the editing is just off. Like when they edited this movie, like there were just scenes that were off. Like I'm gonna spoil one scene. It's there's a scene. I'm like, if you don't want to know anything, please just stop watching. Like skip to like close to the end because I'm ending the review soon. So spoiler warning. That's the only thing I'm gonna spoil. So just skip to the end if you don't want to hear anything. There's a scene where the Rick Flag, he shuts down the whole bomb thing, and he's like, you know what, I don't care, you guys can go. And then you just see, you see Jai Courtney, which is, it's a funny scene. Jai Courtney like just picks up all his beers and he runs away. He just takes advantage to leave. And then we have a little touching scene where like Will Smith is like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop the villain only because I want my daughter to know that I'm not just a piece of crap, that I am worth, whatever. It was kind of a touching scene. And then, everybody else, they find it inspirational and they go with them. They go to stop the villain of the movie. And then when they go outside, Captain Boomerang is walking with them in the group. I'm like, they don't explain where he went and why he came back, It was kind of weird, like just the editing problems like that. That was kind of like, it was just like really. So I hope they like do a Ultimate Edition for Suicide Squad. That'd be awesome. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is the end of my review. I will do a spoiler review sometime next week before Wednesday because that's when school starts, and all the shenanigans. Oh my god! Hopefully my freshman year is good. God, please. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.